Hello folks, coming up next is something interesting. What's a common life pro tip that is actually bad advice? Never give up. Sometimes you should give up. Sometimes you'll try your best and it still won't work out. My favorite version of this: it's better to be at the bottom of a ladder you want to climb, than halfway up one you don't. This quote inspired me to quit my career of 10 years and go back to school. Best decision I ever made. If you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life. Many people use this advice thinking they'll be able to easily coast through life and are shocked when they have to face the reality of it being an actual job. When you do something that you love as a career rather than as a hobby, it becomes much more serious and has more responsibilities. Sometimes it can even lead to you hating the thing you used to love. This isn't to discourage anyone who wants to pursue a career in something they enjoy, like a photographer or a chef. If you want to have a career doing something you enjoy, that's great. But you have to go in knowing that it won't be all sunshine and rainbows 100% of the time. There will be difficulties from time to time and you won't have the same amount of freedom that you used to have when it was just a hobby. As long as you go in knowing that and are willing to adapt and work hard, you'll be fine. Tip your head back to stop a nosebleed. Don't do that. Tip your head slightly forward with a kerchief pressed under your nose and allow the blood to clot. Looks don't matter. No matter how confident you are with yourself, it is inevitable that people will judge you based on your appearance. You shouldn't judge a person on their looks, but the fact of the matter is that a lot of people will, and you need to adapt to that. I kind of have no excuses drilled into me, but sometimes there are legit reasons why you can't do something. Also, not everything has a Hollywood ending. Sometimes you can't do something, sometimes you fail and have to give up. Being realistic about that isn't a bad thing. My parents drilled this into me, so when I got extremely stressed and depressed in school, instead of telling teachers, "Hey, I'm not in a great mental state, can I have an extra day?" I just didn't do it and nearly failed half my classes. Just be yourself, you're perfect just the way you are, and never let anyone change you. Are double-edged swords preventing many people from growing out of horrid habits or bad personality traits. If a lot of people are telling you to change your behavior, chances are you're gonna F up your life if you don't pay attention. If one person tells you you're wrong, maybe you could actually be right. If everyone tells you you're wrong, you're wrong. Play hard to get. Most of the time, playing hard to get just guarantees that both of you are going to end up alone. The dating world is competitive and few people have the time to constantly pursue someone who is not demonstrating any interest. Stop playing these silly games and show a little interest back. You will be giving yourself many more opportunities with people you otherwise might have missed out on. You can do anything that you put your mind to. No, you can't. Not everyone is good at everything, and the sooner you make peace with your own limitations, the more successful you'll become. Cliché quotes are the best. I'm pretty confident I won't make it to the NBA in my 30s regardless how driven my mindset is. Absolutely do save birds that fell out of their nests. You're letting them die if you don't. Their mom doesn't give a single poop about their smell, so please save them. Yes, the birds won't touch a baby that smells like a human thing is a total myth. However, just be sure that the baby isn't a healthy fledgling first. It's normal and necessary for a fledgling to be on the ground while they're still learning to fly. But a nestling that's not in the nest definitely needs help, even if it's just to put them back in the nest they fell from. If you work harder than everyone else, you'll ways get what you want. No. Just no. Sometimes poop happens. Hard work doesn't guarantee success. Some people, though untalented and lazy, cruise through life. And some people who work hard every single day struggle to make ends meet. There's no guarantee that hard work will get you to where you want to be. Never go to bed angry. Sometimes you just need some time to chill the duck out and ruminate in why you're angry. Constantly talking about everything is what they show on TV, but if you don't have time to process your feelings, you can just end up fighting even more than if you just took a day to chill. Everyone in my life knows me as a really chill person who never gets angry. But the truth is that I do get angry. I just take a rage nap when it happens, lol. Every single time, I wake up with a clearer head and calmer disposition. Going around talking to every good divorce attorney in your town, speaking to, but not choosing, all of them to make them all biased and unable to work with your spouse. Someone did this from following a Reddit post, and then they apparently realized what was going on and demanded that they pay the bills. Turns out, the judge and jury etc. don't like it when you try to game the system. Travel while you're young and not tied down. While it's great if you can afford it, it has been offered in my experience chiefly by people who have folks to fall back on. Traveling the world until you are broke is not a good life pro tip if you get stranded with no one to bail you out at the end. Just come out, even if your parents hate you. It's better than being someone you're not. No. No, 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 no. Come out when it's safe. When you have somewhere else to live. You faked it for this long, you can do a little longer and stay alive. It sucks, it hurts, it's a witch and unfair, but you'll live. Some parents realize they're jerks and become accepting, some realize they were too accepting and outright murder their child. Be safe. Just do the work. Not horrible advice, but incomplete. I find that when people are stuck in life, it's often because they're doing the wrong kind of work. Work that's solitary, unmotivated, not strategic. Instead, I encourage people to join the community that is associated with the work they want to do. If you want to be a comedian or a filmmaker like me, hanging out at a show that you like, or collaborating with other creators, and building relationships there, and feeding those relationships just as often as you're doing the work will ultimately be more beneficial. At some point in your 20s, most people realize it's not as much about what you know, or even what you do, it's about who you know. Who you know also has way more of an impact on your overall happiness. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.